how are you going to run these workshops and why? So this is key because this is something you're going to be doing throughout the UX design process. You're always going to have to engage with stakeholders and run workshops and gather information from your stakeholders. So the first thing you start with is, what is the purpose of the workshop? What are we trying to discover? Why do we need to hold this workshop in the first place? So for example, you may have a new software that you're launching, you're releasing, and you want feedback from your team. So your stakeholders are not available. A lot of times they're very busy. You need to start with booking in the right people. So you need to decide first, make a list of all the people that you need to attend this workshop. And then whether it's Microsoft Teams or Slack or email, you email out and send out a Google invite or some type of calendar invite to say, guys, we need you for a workshop on feedback on the new product launch, and we need your feedback before we go live with this new product. So that could be the heading of your stakeholder workshop. Now you wait for responses. Some people might say they're not available. Other people might decline or accept. Or you say, I can't make these slots. Could you change the time? And that's all about negotiation. So that's the first thing. You're going to negotiate and get the right people in the room, whether that's remote or whether it's face-to-face. You need to get the right people that you need to get the feedback from. So once you've booked in everybody and you've got the right people that you need, you can actually, for those that can't attend, you can offer a recording of the session later on. So you could record it. Now, once you've got the right people and you are now moving on to actually what is it that you want to ask, because that's your job as a design team, UX designers or UX researchers, to find out what are the right questions we need to ask. Because don't forget, you normally only get 30 minutes to 45 minutes to run this workshop. So you need to ask the right questions. Now, what are the questions that you really want to know? You want to know if there are any problems that they find with the new product. Are there any things that they recommend that could be improved or changed? Are there anything that they find that in using it or in any feedback they've received from their own teams, if there's anything that they want to tell us and give us any feedback on? Because sometimes in the beta stage, you release a version of your product or your software or your app, and you get users to use it internally and give you feedback on it. So it's really valuable insights. Before you go live to the big wide world, you already have some valuable research. So the teams that your colleagues work in, different departments, they can give you crucial feedback. So you want to ask all those questions that benefit the project itself. Now, when you're actually running this workshop, you want to give everybody accountability for actually inputting some feedback, giving you feedback and hearing their voice, but also no judgment on what they say. So there's no wrong or right answer, and you want to time box everybody into saying, right guys, 3 minutes to come up with any potential issues we might have with this software. So giving them 3 minutes, giving them stickies, or it might be remotely on something like Miro, and you're giving them stickies or remote stickies virtually, and they write down problems that they're finding with this product. So you give them a time box task, because that allows them to think quickly and pushes them for answers that you need, because you don't have much time to gather this data. So once you've started to gather all the problems, all the things that they like about the product, all the recommendations they have also, and the feedback they have from their teams, you're starting to gather crucial information that you need. And once the workshop is over, now you can gather all that data and analyze it. So how do you do that? You're going to create themes. So you can look at common things that different participants of your workshop said and put it into themes. So let's say one of the themes was the home page, and another theme was problems with the color scheme. And there's maybe a contrast issue. The colors aren't right on the page. So whatever the themes might be, colors, home page, maybe one of the themes is about the usability or accessibility needs of people. So you want to see if it's accessible. So visually impaired people or people with hearing impairments, they also need to be able to use this website or app easily. So that might be another area of your thematic analysis. So you're creating themes of your analysis, of your data analysis. And that's going to be how you're going to create your report, because now you've got all these themes and these stickies in different areas that you're working on solving and discovering and offering as a ideation for the design team to work on. You're going to write up a report. You can do it in PowerPoint or you can do it in Keynote. And that report itself is based on those stickies, that information that you have. So you're going to say 3 out of 4 people said the color contrast on the website was wrong. It needs to change. So UI person will work on that. It may be that 5 out of 5 people recommend a certain element or design or component in the product. So it's really highly recommended. There may be other areas of improvement, and you can divide that into statistics and different pages on your presentation. Because don't forget, you're going to feed this back and share it with the wider group. You're going to share it with C-suite, product manager, product owner, and those, remember, who couldn't attend the meeting or the stakeholder workshop, you're going to share the slides with them. So these slides go out to the whole team, whoever needs to know, whoever's important to the project and can add value. They all need to have sight of this, so you can share it in a shared drive, either to Teams or Slack or whatever collaboration tool you're using, and that way everyone gets to see the information. Everyone can see what you've done in your report, what you've discovered, and what are the next steps. So one of the last pages in your slides will be next steps. So we've discovered these defects, these potential defects, and these enhancements or these potential enhancements. So you're looking at problems and those things that we can improve. This is all part of helping UX designers, UX UI designers, the development team, the developers, the full stack developers, everyone know what we're doing next, because this is a cycle and it never stops. It's continuous improvement of the product. And this is why stakeholder meetings, workshops are so important, because we discover problems and we document them. So everybody knows where they stand, what are the next steps. And then those recommendations that you have, all those defects, all those enhancements, there may be many. There may be 50, 60 or 100 enhancements and defects. So now that you have all these defects and enhancements, there could be 50, 60, 100 defects and enhancements. Practically, you will not be able to deliver on those, i.e. you will not be able to create all those solutions or fix all those bugs and defects. That goes down to the product manager or product owner to decide what the priority is. And some will be discarded, some will be not technical feasible from the developers, and others will be implemented in a sprint or put in an icebox for future reviewing, whether we want to fix those defects or enhancements, or whether it's practically a priority or actually something that's viable to do. So all of those things, all of those defects and enhancements are useful. It doesn't mean they're all going to be implemented or fixed or improved on. So don't think that everything that all the problems you discover or the enhancements that you suggest are going to be actually implemented or part of the sprints that we're going to do in the future. So all you need to know is that you discover the problems and report back, and then work with the product manager and the developers to decide which ones can be fixed and which ones can't, and which ones can be implemented or not. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to download the free guide on UX design and UX research and UX design portfolio, and give this video a thumbs up if you found it beneficial, and I'll see you on the next one. This is 1UX1. Thank you, guys.